You are watching MTG Cribs on Mtgo Academy featuring RYANCRABBS.
Hello and welcome and thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be joining in a modern daily event with a blue-red-white Delver deck. So it's like a normal Delver deck. I play Delver's Secret, Young Pyromancer, and Treasure Cruise. Oh, Treasure Cruise, right there. And then the normal kind of cantrips, Serum Visions, and then Lightning Bolts, and Spell Pierces, and Spell Snares, and just Taxing Probe and Treasure Cruise, but is playing white for Path to Exile, Lightning Helix, and Geist of Saint Trash. I think this card's very well positioned right now. A lot of those decks aren't playing like Mana Leak or Remand. Oh, they're probably playing Remand. They're not really playing Mana Leak. So this thing down, it's hard to deal with. If you just kill their blockers, it's just a quick clock. So I'm pretty happy to try this guy out. Then we're also playing Lightning Helix, Path to Exile, a couple Fork Bolts really good in the mirror. Then a mana base with 10 fetch lands, 6 lands we can get, 3 dual lands, and 3 basic lands, and a couple Seachrome Coasts to help us out. So that's the main deck. In the sideboard we have one more Path, a couple Stony Silences for Affinity, Core Firewalkers because it burns everywhere, and it's also really good in the mirror. It's hard for them to deal with. Usually they only have Path to Exile. If it's this version, if it's just blue-red, they can only counter it or Vapor Snag it. Stone Rain because Tron's pretty popular online. It's good there. It's good in some other matchups too. And then Engineered Explosives, a Wear and Tear, a Spell Pierce, and a couple Negates. So we're gonna try this out. I'm pretty excited. Some of my favorite archetypes. This is kind of funny. This deck was really good back when Modern first, like after its first banning. The Blue White Red Delver is pretty popular. Kind of just faded away, but I think it can be a contender again. So we'll try it out in this daily.
If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards with event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, look at MTGO Academy's selection by trading our official bot, Academy Sellbot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
This is the start of round 1. We're on the draw, and our opponent mulligan is 6. This hand's keepable. We're gonna play a turn 1 Flooded Strand, and hopefully turn 2 Young Pyromancer. This hand's fine. We got a Fork Bolt for whatever he has going on. And our opponent mulligan into Oblivion. So this game, alright. Okay. So that wasn't really a game. Let's go sideboarding. So we're on the draw again. I have no idea what this could be. So we're just going to keep the same 75. That was bizarre. You don't see that often. This hand's fine too. You got turn 1 Delver and the Young Pyromancer. I'm playing also mulligan to 6. I'm playing some kind of like crazy combo deck that just mulligans a lot. Okay, he decided to keep his 5. Forest. Okay, it is. It's Amulet. Alright. So, don't have any really like permission spells in this hand. Can we get ahead and get Steam Vents? And play our Delver. Next turn we can just get a Plains and play Young Pyromancer and take less damage. Even though it won't matter too much. Okay, Ancient Stirrings. Because usually when we're dead, we're dead. And did he miss? Or I gotta look at the revealed. So he plays a he got the Gruul Turf. Oh my gosh, she's going crazy. Okay. So he's gonna have a ton of mana next turn. So next turn might just Serum Visions and leave up Path to Exile. Discard a land and a land. So he has a Gruul Turf in his hand. What's my revealed card? Just Plains. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm just gonna Serum Visions and leave up Path. I want either of these. I mean, we could leave the Fork Bolt on top to flip Delver, but it doesn't do anything. So we'll just attack and say go. So we know one card in his hand is a Gruul Tour. Gruul. Okay, so he has tons of mana. So definitely has primeval time. So only not the third amulet to actually go off. Oh, worm coil. Okay, that's way less scary. Let's go ahead and get a red-white land. Yeah. Path is worm coil, and I usually only play one forest. Might play more. I'm about to find out. So he has a mountain. Okay. So there's nothing relevant. And the top cover deck is Spell Snare. Alright, so that's not too useful. We're just going to play Geist here. And put him on pretty quick clock. So next turn we're going to attack for 9. Putting him down to 7. Okay, Slayer Stronghold. Flooded Strand. So we can actually Treasure Cruise this turn. I think. Let's see what we want to do. Might be best just to play Young Pyromancer. Tapping Sacred Foundry and Plains, and this can go get a Hallowed Fountain. So we can cast Lightning Helix. We also have Spell Snare just in case something. I can't think of anything I'd want to counter with Spell Snare. Like, we play the some Early Bloom, or the Early Harvest, the 2-man play 3 lands, but that's not going to help him here, so. I think we're just going to play Young Pyromancer. There you go. So we should be in good shape. Our opponent didn't have game 1, obviously. In game 2, we were able to stop his 1 threat. So he's casting Faithless Looting. We could Treasure Cruise with 1 mana up, looking for like a Spell Pierce or something. I think this is just fine. So definitely want to check out the Spell Snares, the Fork Bolts. So if he plays he plays Worm Coil, we'll just have to let it resolve and then attack into it, and we'll Lightning Helix whatever he's blocking. I think we'll enough to kill him. It's between the Insectile Aberration and the Angel Token. Summoning Trap, okay. Pyroclasm. That's a good one to Spell Snare. Okay, that's crazy. So did he completely whiff on the Summoning Trap? He didn't reveal anything. Alright, well we won our first round. That's great. We're doing good.
Love playing Standard on Magic Online? Check out Academy Standard Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds for Standard Singles.
Welcome back from round 2. We've lost the dice roll again, so we're on the draw. This hand's a little land heavy, but we have Serum Vision, Attacks, and Probe to hopefully draw into something good, and Young Pyromancer is obviously great. So we're going to keep it. We're going to turn 1, play Serum Visions, and turn 2 Young Pyromancer into Probe. We're going to use our fetch lands here. Hopefully we're not taking too much damage. We'll just get an island and a mountain with our fetches. We want to use our fetches first. That way we have more cards in the graveyard for Treasure Cruise. Alright, Tron. Okay. Let's do a Lightning Bolt, not too relevant here. Serum Visions. Don't think we want either of those. Drew a land, which is unfortunate. Okay, 2 mines, which is good. It means he's still 2 turns off from a Tron. And he's just going for the map now. Okay. Delver. We're just going to get a mountain and play Young Pyromancer. And then probe. Let's see what's going on. Imagine line. I need to restart it. It's lagging a little bit. Okay, 2 Karns. No third. Oh, he does have a third. He has the map. Okay. So his map. Karn. Karn might not be good enough just because he really needs Wormcoil against us. Relic is pretty good. It turns off our eye and power. Turns off Treasure Cruise. We don't have that yet. Ooh, Geist is pretty good. He's going to need a Power Cosm to deal with that. We're just going to play that next turn. So we're probably going to play map here and say go. Or just break it now and get the tower. Okay, that's fine. Fork Bolt's not too good, but this Geist seems really good right now just because he has no red mana or Pyroclasm effects. So he's still at 17, so we got a long way to go. Oblivion Stone would be a good draw for him. Karn's not too impressive. Okay, you did draw the Worm Coil. Okay. So we need a path pretty quickly. Causing Drew Worm Coil is pretty good. Okay. Okay. Seer Vision's a good draw. So we're gonna play Delver's gonna flip. I think we'll just play our Hall of Fountain tapped. How much another red source? Probably should have searched up a Steam Vent instead of that island. Just gonna say go. I think we're gonna block and then bolt the token that we block with. And then he's gonna play Karn, I assume. Green mana? Oh yeah, he broke the Chromatic Sphere. So he plays Karn and gets our mountain. It's pretty bad for us. We're in pretty bad shape. Definitely should have paid the extra 2 life to get that mountain when we could. Another worse. Does he have Pyroclasm? Pretty insane here. So we know most of his hand. We only know half of it now. We know Karn, and I. And he cycled a couple baubles. Let's see what he's going to do. So he just plays Karn. Okay, so that's what he's doing. Karn, okay. Exile the Delver, okay. Ooh, that's really good for us. We don't have to do anything. We can just, bolt him. And not redirect it. I don't care. Play land, play path. So actually we have the win here, right? Oh, gotta choose who am I attacking. So attack him. Should be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Exactsies with the second lightning bolt. Alright, perfect. Nope. Awesome, that was great. We beat a Wormcoil and a Karn. Alright, that was sweet. Yeah, Geist is really awesome. That's just 6 damage. Obviously, the Pyromancer did a ton of work. So against him, we want Stony Silence. I think we want... We don't like... this Burn is okay, but it's not that good. Oh, Spell Pierce is pretty good. Spell Pierce can be good. It's good early, obviously, but later it can be worse. We want Path. We can take out the Helixes, they're more expensive burn. We're using that in a racing scenario. Definitely want the Stone Rains. A little bit worse on the draw, but they're definitely still good enough. Spell Snares are okay, because they usually have Pyroclasm and Sylvan Scrying. And we can take out a Bolt. Negates are okay. Let's try this. Oh, I guess, should have brought the Wear and Tear. That seems pretty good. Okay, so one lander, but it has Stony Silence, which is great. And we also have Stone Rain and Spell Pierce. So it's a little risky, but I think we have one cycler. And we're gonna do this now. Okay, so he doesn't even have a second land. So he's gonna cycle and then Stirrings. Okay. So stone, write this down. Map. Stirrings. Pyroclasm. And a relic. Probably could have cut a treasure cruise. It'd probably seem a little harder to get off this matchup. And we do the second land. So we're gonna counter the Stirrings and just gonna play the Stony Silence turn 2. Going to get blue source and also a red source. So I can get steam vents. If he misses his land drop here, I might play Young Pyromancer. Okay, he didn't. And now we're just gonna... Which duel do I want to get? Sacred seems fine. Play the Stony Silence and say go. So the stone's dead. The relic's dead. Dead, unfortunately. We get to, if we draw a land, we get to Stone Rain him. He got, Grove, okay. Actually needs the red mana. So we know he has a Pyroclasm, a Relic, and a Stone. This will just play a Young Pyromancer, and if he wants to blow it up, that's like kill with the Pyroclasm, that's fine. If not, we get to protect it. Ooh, okay, he's 2/3 the way to Tron. Okay, so now we know his whole hand is Stone, Relic. Okay, no, it has one mystery card. Wish that was a blue source now. Guess we'll just say go. Okay, there we go. I'm going ahead and get my last land. We're going to kill a land. See, I haven't gotten used to like the right, like which lands to pick, when and where. We're going to get rid of this tower. So we need to practice on that. Definitely a lot of different things to think about. We're going to play Young Pyromancer and leave up counter some magic. Say go. So I wonder if he has Nature's Claim. Probably not. It's not something you normally bring in against Delver decks. So we got a long way to go. He's still at 20. Just gonna play Delver now. I like popping out the reveal because I hide all the pop-ups, like the little notifications, because it's just annoying because it just happens all the time. Whenever a card goes into any zone, so it's just really annoying. Okay, this is great. We're gonna use one of our spell snares. So I like to pop it out here just when I have a Delver in play. That can resolve. I don't care about that. Nope, not gonna reveal that card. Just gonna play Geist. Attack for 4. It's about 14. So we can't quite kill him if the Delver flips. If he flips off bolts, we can do it. So yeah, so Stony Silence is really good in Affinity, and it's also just insane against Tron, because they just can't really function without their artifacts. Surprised, I got this list from, found it from looking at daily events that list that did well, and this one is only playing 2. It went 4 on the daily. That's maybe something I'd like to change. Seems pretty good. We're going to Spell Snare that. So yeah, Spell Snare doing work here. So we flip Delver, it's 3 for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 13, he goes to 1. Any kind of burn spell gets him. Nope. So since he's dead next turn anyways, we don't need to play this Delver. So you can't even play Wormcoil next turn, that's something we could be worried about. So yeah. And he needs to draw like a Pyroclasm and a land to play around Spell Pierce, so we should be fine. So I guess we're gonna Spell Pierce this. Well, actually, there's anything I can do. He can't play Wormcoil, he can't activate Oblivion Stone. He can bust the Relic, try to look for Pyroclasm. I think I'm okay with this. So he did bring in Nature's Claims, okay. So all he knows about the Oblivion Stone in his hand. Chromatic Star. There goes a Relic. And we won. Sweet. Okay, Delver was not going to flip that game. Awesome. We're 2-0. We're doing great, and really happy to show off this deck.
Curious about the price of a Magic Online card? Try our searchable price guide on the right sidebar of any mtgoacademy.com page.
Welcome back for round 3. We've actually won the dice roll, so we get to play first. And this hand's fine. Serum Visions, Young Pyromancer, Geist. Definitely keep this. I think we're just on Serum Visions turn 1. Let's see what our opponent does. We're just going to fetch out a basic island. We don't have like 2 spells a turn yet, so we don't want to take too much damage early. It could be a Delver deck or Burn. Those decks are very popular online. So gotta be careful of that. Alright. So we get to go. Our opponent decided to keep their 7. And I don't know if I want to fetch out. Like, taking a lot of damage for fetching, it's hard. But having multiple colors of mana is really good. I think it'll be worth it. Let's get a white-blue. Let's see if it comes back to bite us. Drew a bolt. I think we can leave Path on top. Obviously bombing the land. Kind of like to see the Taxi Probe there, just to get a free token and information would be awesome. Colonnade, okay. So it could be another blue-white red Delver that plays Colonnade. It could be blue-white Tron. I've seen that. Sure, Flooded Strand, meant to say. So Path probably won't be too good here. I mean, it does kill Colonnade, but that's way later in the game. So it is blue-white red. Okay. Just a Helix. Okay, so we're going to take this opportunity to resolve. So I think we're going to get another red source. So it's either Steam Vents or Sacred Foundry. Take the Steam Vents. So we're at 14, but this guy's just going to be a problem. We have tons of removal, so... And pretty soon we get to do a cruise. Just going to pay for this. Let's see what's going on. Remand. Okay. So now if we probe again, we won't be able to leave a path. I think that's fine. I just would like to cycle this and see what's going on. Not gonna pay 2 life though. Supreme Verdict. Leak. Okay, so it's like, looks like more like Control. So we got Bolt, Island, Edge, Cryptic, Verdict, Leak. That's all very good to know about. So we can Verdict next turn. Which is fine because we have another Geist. I think we're just going to Bolt his face. I don't think he has going to have other targets besides himself that we will want to save Bolt for. And yeah, keep in mind, if we do play a 4th land, we're going to be vulnerable to Tectonic Edge. Just going to Bolt him. Play our Geist. Play our Scalding Tarn. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we also get to a Treasure Cruise this turn. Awesome. Perfect. So we don't have any Snapcaster Mages or anything, so it doesn't matter what we keep. And he's not playing Tarmogoyf, so that doesn't matter either. Okay, sweets. So, drew some more. Another Spell Snare, another Treasure Cruise, another Geist. So he keeps off white mana. Oh, he's not going to. Okay, nothing to do about that. Obviously. Can't play Treasure Cruise, and Geist is legendary, so we just gotta say go. So he still has a leak and a bolt. I think we're just gonna bolt him here. I feel like we're in pretty good shape. This guy's just really hard to deal with. And his plan is to block the colony. That's not going to work out too well. Oh, I guess. Another cryptic? Hmm. And he can play for Spell Pierce, so there's no point. Just gotta say go. See if he edges us here. He might not. Okay, he didn't. Snapcaster Mage, we're on a spell snare that. Because his plan was to Snapcaster Verdict. Okay. He could have manlied that. It wouldn't have done anything. So now we can Spell Pierce a Cryptic Command. Let's do this before we go kill him, just to gain more information. Snapcaster, Leak, Electrolyze, Bolts. So he's going to try to block with a Snapcaster Mage, and we're just going to Path in before he can block with it. Oh, we can also Lightning Helix. But we can Spell Pierce that, so I think we're fine. He did target Helix, okay. So yeah, we got the game. Okay. So we drew pretty well this game. 3 Geist, pretty good. But he had a good draw too, like Cryptics. He just couldn't deal with the Geist once it was resolved. So Spell Pierce that. We're even set up for another Treasure Cruise this turn. Also, if you don't land, we could have paid for Spell Pierce, but that didn't come up. Alright, so sideboarding. We don't want our Helixes. They're not that good. Like, there's worse bolts. Also, we don't want fork bolts. Firewalker doesn't seem bad just because it's just very resilient. Oh, that dies to, and probably Path isn't that good. So we'll put in the Stone Rains. Oh, we want the Probe. Spell Pierce. Negate. So each one Helix is just burn. Stony Silence doesn't seem that good. I mean, they could have Batter Skull. So maybe I want Wear and Tear. Probably do a Batter Skull. We'll try that, and we'll keep a couple paths in. Alright, let's do that. Alright, this hand's pretty slow. We're on the draw, and we have a probe, so we can see 2 more cards. I think we can keep it. Hopefully, it's not so slow we just like counter-spelled out of the game. Another Geist. So, let's see. Remand, that's good to know about. Snare. Dispel. Bolt. Island Tarn. Okay. And we drew Treasure Cruise. Don't want that one remanded. So we can get Steam Vents. A good draw here would be like Delver. He can remand it, but we can just recast it, so that's not a big deal. Don't want to play Young Pyromancer. Okay, another fetch land, just gotta say go. We haven't drawn any counter spells yet, which is kind of unfortunate. So he's using his Tarn. I'm not gonna run a Geist into a remand. This doesn't seem worth it. Guess we'll get a Sacred Foundry. Another Treasure Cruise, okay. So go. He might be missing land drops. Yep. Okay, and we're not. So I think we're in okay shape. Let's get our last dual land. Eventually we're gonna do multiple things in a turn. Ooh, Serum Vision, that's a good start. We can see what's going on. You can remand it, and that's fine. We'll just play Geist. Don't want either of those. So we're still missing land drops, so I'm not even going to play Geist. We'll just play a tap Seachrome Coast and say go. Okay, he's lightning bolting us. Okay. It's fine. We're already at 12, so that's unfortunate, but... So you drew a Temple, okay. Really looking to draw counter magic. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we play Geist, he remands it, we get to Treasure Cruise. Seems worth it, so that means we're going to have to bolt end of turn. And you put a card on bottom. Oh, we can Spell Pierce too. Oh, but he has the spell. Okay. Mana Leak. Actually, going to Spell Pierce this. And then if he wants to, we can Dispel back, and then we get a Treasure Cruise. Yep, okay. It's like we don't care about Geist. We just want to get our cruise online. Alright, and there's some action. Okay. Let's put on a card on bottom so he doesn't know drawings. Let's so he still has a snare, a remand we know about, and that's less than half his hand. Okay. I think we'll just play Geist. Remand. command. Okay, we'll just go get a basic mountain and recast it. So go. So all we know about in his hand right now is the spell snare. Drew a land. This is Batter Skull. Oh, Supreme Verdict. Okay. Ooh, Stone Rain seems pretty good here. We'll get his Steam Vents. I'm gonna go second main phase and play Young Pyromancer. Or we can just play Geist, actually. But I just want to kind of play Young Pyromancer just so I can get it to resolve. Geist will likely resolve anyways. And this plays on the Spell Snare. So he bolts, we're going to bolt back so we get a token. Then we get Treasure Cruise again with negate backup. So let's do that. Wait, cancel. We only need to tap 1 mana. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Now I'll just play Geist. Let's say go. So if he doesn't have like Supreme Verdict, we have him on 2-turn clock. Cryptic Command. Okay, we're definitely negating that. So our only land to fetch is an island. Attack for 7. So if we get that, we have enough for Treasure Cruise. And I don't want to play more threats, and I'm not worried about anything to do main phase with Spell Snare, so I'm just going to go ahead and play Treasure Cruise. So yeah, sometimes you get to resolve 3 Treasure Cruises in a game, and it's pretty good. 2 of them were Ancestral Recall. The third one was Brilliant Plans. Okay, let's go. So we didn't draw Spell Pierce, which was unfortunate, so we can Cryptic Command us again. Yep. Let's see what we can do here. Play Young Pyromancer, he'll Spell Snare it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can actually just Treasure Cruise again. Kind of like just playing like a Delver here. Move up all our stuff. This also puts another card in the graveyard if he Supreme Verdicts, and then we can Treasure Cruise a little bit easier next turn. Alright, so we just ran out of stuff. Awesome. So we did it. We're 3 now. A great start. Hopefully we can finish off the last round with a win.
If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards at competitive prices, check out our web store at mtgoacademy.com/store.
Welcome back from the last round of our daily. We've won the dice roll. So we get to play first. And this is our hand. It's fine, we got to turn 2 Young Pyromancer into Taxian Probe. We can keep it. Got another Young Pyromancer, a Treasure Cruise for a little bit later. Can't complain. Also a Lightning Helix, a little removal. So this is going to fetch out Steam Vents. Then we'll have all our colors. Our opponent is still deciding whether or not to mulligan to 6. And he did mulligan once, so he kept 6. And we'll just play our Arid Mesa and say go. Steam Vents. So Spear, okay, we're just going to fetch and then F6. So it's either Burn or Blue-Red Delver. This Helix is going to be good against either of them. It's F6. And now we'll play our planes. Play Young Pyromancer. Cast Probe. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, Fork Bolt. Oh, that's pretty good. That's going to get us. So it's Delta, Tarn, Sleight of Hand, and Cruise. And draw bolts, okay. Hoping for a land next turn we can do 2 things, otherwise we just go move like Lightning Helix to Swift Spear. We're taking 3, because he'll play Sleight of Hand and Fork Bolts. Yep. It's pretty good. Then he's also pretty close to Treasure Cruise, as are we. No, we're a little bit closer. After the Helix, we're going to have the same amount of cards in our graveyard. So if we get a basic mountain with this, we can either Young Pyromancer, Bolt, or Helix Delver. I like Young Pyromancer Bolt. So we can get that basic mountain. Always yield. So one thing like the advantage of playing a Helix there would have been I can play around Spell Snare. But like getting the token into play, it's always nice. Kind of wish we could have got blue mana there, but I think just taking 2 more damage just does not seem worth it. So he has Tarn, a Cruise, and 2 mystery cards. 3 mystery cards. If it goes like Delver, Bolt, Pyromancer, we can Helix and Treasure Cruise. So that's pretty sweet. That's a good turn. So he's using a Scalding Tarn. So Spear, okay. Sleight of Hand, okay. I won't take any more damage, so I'm just going to jump block the Elemental. Oh, well, we are going to 10, we are killing this. But if we don't kill this, that's really bad. So I'm just going to jump block. Geist, that's pretty good, but we're just going to try to get rid of this. Attack for 2. And then play Delver. We're 1 off from cruising. He'll cruise next turn. So yeah. I think we're okay shape. Pretty parity. Especially if we get to resolve this cruise, we'll be in great shape. If not, it's gonna be a little hairy. Yep. So he has his young Pyromancer and his own Delver. Yes, we are going to reveal that. So we're on Treasure Cruise. Oh, oops. Still in an upkeep. Hopefully draw bolts. Or at the very least an island so we can play Serum Visions. Okay, we drew Path. So we can either path this. I think that's what we want to do. So we have to go get a Hollowed Fountain. And we are going to attack with our young Pyromancer, because if he wants to trade his only threat for it, that's fine. If not, he goes to 7. Okay, cool. So we each have 3 cards in our hand, but we have a huge board. And any counter spells aren't good right now. He just needs to have like removal spells for our Delver and our elemental tokens. So it goes to 8. It's paying 2 life to probe, okay. Is he treasure cruising? Yep. So he needs a hidden removal spell for this Delver, or he's dead. Even then, it's really bad for him. Because this Geist is going to resolve, and that Angel is probably going to hit him, unless he has Vapor Snag. Okay. Alright, he didn't get it there. See what? We've drawn, Flooded Strand, drawn, Spell Snare, and seen those. Okay. So, sideboard. I think our game 1 is already like pretty good. So our sideboard isn't like geared towards this matchup too much. So we can bring in Fire Dance, Core Firewalker, that's okay. I don't know what I want to cut. This just seems really good, everything we have. We can cut a Geist just because we don't want to draw 2 of them, and cut maybe a Cruise. Actually, that's crazy. We'll just try this out again. It wouldn't be unreasonable to try Firewalker. Oh, we can keep this. It's a little land heavy, but we do have a Treasure Cruise. I'll put a mulligan in 6. And we have a turn 1 Delver. And we can bolt it. I think we're just going to fetch right now and go get a Steam Vents. Let's look at his hand. Okay, ooh. So, he doesn't have a second land, but his hand's really good besides that. So he has a Fork Bolt, a Swift, Visions, and a Pyro. So he might need a Serum Visions if he doesn't hit a land here. Okay, and he revealed, so he didn't hit a land, sleight of hand. So we can either, oh, we just gonna Fork Bolt right away, not even care, okay. We're just gonna Helix this right now so we don't get countered. sleight of hand into a land, into visions, okay. We can cruise here, but I don't want to pay the life for it. I'm just going to leave up double bolts. So he's on lands, okay. No block. I think we're just going to bolt here. So we know one card in his hand, okay. We're going to fetch out our Sacred Foundry. We're gonna pay for this probe because we can still play around Spell Pierce. We can't play around Mana Leak. Okay, so he has the Pyromancer, Snare, and a Bolt. And we're trying Treasure Cruise. So now I feel great. We're in great shape. Just say go. So this next Treasure Cruise will be online shortly. And he's fetching. Puts the 7th card in his graveyard, so hopefully he didn't draw a Treasure Cruise. Young Pyromancer, okay. We're just going to try to Fork Bolt it on our turn. He can bolt us in response. He gets a token. Then he's wasting a bolt. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna cycle his probe. Fork bolt spell snare, okay. That Delver is not looking too hot. I guess we can just play it. And it gets in the card in the treasure. Because it's gonna die to Fork Bolt anyways. So it gets in the card in the graveyard for this cruise. Yep, so we go to 8, so we're going to 7 with a Flooded Strand. So we're just looking for a Geist here. So we're going to fetch out our last dual land. We're looking for like a Lightning Helix would be good because we need to gain some life. Okay. If we get an untapped land off this cruise, we can play Geist, but I think it's not worth it. We're just going to play the Geist. Let's say go. So we're doing pretty good. So he hasn't drawn Treasure Cruise yet, which is awesome. You like Trickery? I think we just take this. I'm pretty sure that's what he drew. Okay, Helix is really good. Oh, but he has Spell Snare. Guess we can just 3-man Treasure Cruise here. Seems fine. Drew a Bolt, so we're pretty close to just killing him. I'm gonna play Serum Visions here. Don't need either of those. Say go. bolt us, okay. So could have cut that mountain on top. That way we can play all our red spells. Okay, so we're just gonna lightning. So he doesn't have anything, so we're gonna lightning bolt this elemental. We're gonna spell pierce this, and then if he pays it, that means we get to play lightning helix. Alright, so we got there. So we just get to helix him. Alright, and he conceded. Woo! Awesome. So we went 4-0. I don't know if we even lost a game there. Yeah, so Blue White Red Delver definitely looks like it's worth it for the splash. We beat the mirror, or the blue-red matchup, and we beat Tron, and then blue-white-red, and Geist was a big part of that in several of the games, and that was awesome. And it was fun to play with Geist. I liked playing that a lot when I played blue-white Delver in Standard, and this kind of reminds me of that, except we could play Lightning Bolts, Lightning Helixes, and those are awesome. Alright, thank you for watching, and have a good night.